you're not paying me and you're not respecting me, and that's the real problem.
Did all right?
And that's just the beginning.
All right,
then there's people that try to do bodily harm with me. They will be in the house with Puff. So I'm like, it's a funny game y'all playing behind the scenes. So when people see me, they just see me turned up. They just see me agitated. They just see me aggressive, but they don't know why. So if somebody, let's just say we run down on Gilly car, if we got guns or whatever, where we got them, and we trap Gilly, and then the next week you see Wallow with me at your house, how are you gonna feel?
Damn, I'm snapping up.
The drama between Mase and Diddy has been nothing short of explosive, with layers of beef and betrayal spanning over 2 decades. Mase has been relentless in calling out Diddy, alleging that the music mogul trapped him in a shady deal and took advantage of him back when he was just a young rapper, trying to make it big. According to Mase, Diddy is still holding on to the rights to his music publishing from the Bad Boy era, and despite multiple offers to buy it back, Diddy won't budge.
A few weeks ago, Mase, he went viral over some comments he made about the night that Biggie got killed. He said that after Biggie got killed, over 70 Bloods went to his hotel room looking for him to try to kill him. And he said that she was the only one that came to his hotel room to get him.
Well, Mase, was from Harlem. And when I seen Mase driving around in California with Stevie J and this other guy in a drop-top white Benz, I flipped on him. I was like, yo, my man, you from Harlem. Don't you know these cats out here will tear your head down to the white meat? What's wrong with you? It's not sweet out here, bro. Then Mase said, yeah, I know. And he told me about the basketball game or something that he went to, and how they was telling him that they wanted Big and Puff, and he was all right, he was good. So Mase did not show up to the party the night Big got murdered. He said he was in the room with Brandy, right? I called Mase that morning, and me and Mase spoke, and then he was telling me all them Bloods and everything that was out there. So I was with a couple of dudes that were from Black Hands, which is a part of the Black Guerrilla Mafia. You know what I mean? And we just went to the end of his hallway. He said there was a lot of Bloods out there. And some dudes out there I wasn't recognizing. I recognized, but I don't think it was, he said it was like 70. When I got there, it wasn't that many dudes out there like that. But he could have seen 70, 17, 20, 30. When you think somebody trying to get you, and niggas is running the hallways because they know Bad Boy was staying there, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dudes. So when I got there with my team and everything, dudes who came to the hospital with us, we was good. So all we had to do was put him in a cab or car service so he can go where he had to go. And that was it. To me, it wasn't nothing. You understand? But to somebody in fear of their life, I can understand where he coming from. You feel me? I'm already, we already lost Big. We on high alert. You understand? And now I got some dudes with me that's about it. That's what they do. I was with Chaz Williams and a couple of his dudes from out there in Cali. You understand? That belong to the Guerrilla, I think it's the Black Guerrilla Mafia or family. And then I'm with Black Hands. And Chaz had a couple of his dudes. So I'm good. So we just made sure Mase was good.
Yeah, he said that she was the only one that came to get him. He said that, everybody that he went to LA with, he ain't leave with. He said that everybody else was looking out for themselves.
Well, Puff went to San Diego and they put him on a jet about 2 hours after Big died. You know what I mean? So Clarence Avant and what's his name? Clarence Avant and Andre Harrell made sure we did that. I was supposed to go on the plane with him, but I was like, nah, I ain't effing with you, bro.
Biggie and Mase should have followed Diddy to the trap he set for him. They had no business being in LA.
I'm out of here. So I went with the thing because we was going to follow him that whole 120 miles. And he said, no, we ain't need all that. So I didn't understand that. So I just jumped in the car with Chaz and the other teams, and we went back to the hotel and then got that call from Mase early, and I called them, and they came back over with me, and we went on and did what we had to do.
But one thing that did caught my attention, because this story went viral, but I did notice a whole lot of big media outlets, when they was reporting about this story, they all were saying that Mase was lying.
Nah, Mase ain't, you know, they might, you gotta understand when you scared and you see, you know, a bunch of dudes, whether he said it was 70, 30, 20, 10, you in fear of your life. You understand? So when you in fear of your life and then everybody that you come with ain't there no more and ain't picking up their phone, you're gonna look, you know, you're gonna feel a certain way. I can understand where he's coming from. Or I can say I feel where he's coming from. But every time he called me, I picked up my phone. I'm gonna pick up my phone. Cause all us should have been going back home. I gotta live with that.
It's crazy, man. I know Mase, he spoke out about Diddy House getting raided. If you can, right, because he got the show with Cam, and a lot of people, they don't know about the history between Mase and Diddy. Let the people know how Diddy did him dirty, if you don't mind.
From what I know, I think that Diddy wasn't teaching Mase the business. You understand? He was using Mase as other artists to write rhymes on other people, write songs on other people's albums, on his album, and taking their talents and stealing their publishing on different albums and different records. Prime example, Mase wrote that Bad Boy joint. I ain't even see him at the premiere because I believe Diddy owned most of the publishing on that, which ended up being a big record that went over to movies. I think Mase was upset the fact that when he learned the business, he saw how Diddy had robbed him. He had took the glory for the albums, the music, and all the records that he had did. And he got pennies for it. You understand? 8,000 here, 10,000 there. You understand? When the record go platinum, Diddy's getting 200,000-300,000 and only gave him pennies for writing a song. Getting points on publishing that he didn't even deserve. So Mase learning the business and knowing the business, it led him to be upset. Diddy was teaching him wrong, like Diddy was teaching him not to even speak to people, brother. You understand what I'm saying? Nate used to come up in there, yo, what's up, how you doing? He had that Harlem smile. You know what I mean? Like he happy, he's shining. Cause, you know, he had a lot of jewels that the other artists didn't have. He used to come up in the studios, he used to come places fly. Diddy tell him, yo, you ain't gonna never be famous cause you always speaking to people. Let them speak to you. I seen Mase stop speaking to people. When I told him, man, don't listen to that nigga with that old dumb shit. Be you. But he found out after Big died and Puff left his ass out in California, he knew only Puff was for self. So Mase and them didn't have what these kids have now.
In one of the most jaw-dropping moments of this saga, Mase publicly accused Diddy of essentially stealing from him. Mase claimed he offered Diddy a cool $2 million to regain control over his music, but Diddy turned him down.
With the internet, with the YouTubes, to learn the business themselves, or listen to somebody teach them the business and stuff to watch out for. It was word of mouth, or somebody sitting you down, or you hiring a lawyer back then to teach you what you're supposed to know by representing you. So Mase has every right to be upset with Diddy, because Diddy really stole his legacy in the music. See, what you gotta understand this is that a lot of those kids learned the business after they signed their contracts. They learned the business after they was in the business for 3 or 4 years. So now, when they learned the business and they was doing, sitting right there, writing a whole record, a whole song, right? And Diddy was like, yeah. Here, take this, take that. Give them 10,000 for that one song that they wrote. And that song goes platinum 2 or 3 times. And he get the 25% for being the writer on that, because they wrote the song and gave it to him. And he's on as the publisher, as the writer. You understand what I'm saying? He getting a percentage of the writing that was done, and all he gave was 10,000. They learned they learned later in the business that they was do that publishing. He shouldn't have got the percentage that he got on that, because he gave them 10,000, 5,000, 8,000 for writing. So now they learned the business late. And when they learned the business, they seen how wrong that he was doing them. Even though the music people want you to say, well, we're taking a chance, we're taking a thing. Yo, listen to me, man. You wouldn't be there if you think that you wasn't talented and they could sell records off you and using your talents. They've seen enough people that come through. So you writing all those hits and you not getting the money from them. How many years Mase didn't get the money from Bad Boy that they used on Will Smith and them Bad Boys? I went to the premiere with Puff. Mase wasn't even there. But he wrote that.
And damn, man, how you feel about that, yo? Like, golly, he went in, yo.
Well, this ain't the first time somebody went at Puff on a diss track. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, we know the Tupac thing, but it's a diss track that nobody ever heard of, but by the person who wrote Missing You. Source Money did a diss track on him because he wasn't receiving the money for writing Missing You. So he wrote this diss track and sent it to Jay-Z. Jay-Z immediately got on the phone and called Puff and said, yo, my man, you don't want this to get out. You do not want this diss track to get out on you, bro. And Puff cut Source Money a check for 100 some G's or more than that or something like that. But I know it was in the thousands, 100,000s. Puff cut that nigga a check on the strength that Jay-Z told him, yo, you don't want to get that out. I wish Source Money put it out now. But it is what it is. So as far as Mase is concerned, you know, I think Betha just went back to what he was used to You know, Mase was one of the guys in Harlem world that he can go bar for bar with you.
Crazy how Diddy just like that ruined his career.
Or probably better than you. So he went back to what he know. You understand? And then he put it together. Now, I'm not too fond of the auto tunes, but I don't really care for it that much. Cause I've heard Mase do a diss track before, and he could put it together. And some of the stuff he said in there, man, that shit was crazy. It was stuff that people probably known or people wanted to say, but they was always scared to say. Some of the artists, some of the people that work for him, everything. He touched on a whole lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? He touched on a whole lot of things in that shit. And as far as, you know, how I feel about it, I wouldn't say I got no feelings for it, nothing like that. It was just something that was good. And I guess for Mase, it was about time.
Yeah, man, that diss track was crazy, man. But I want to get into some of the bars that Mase said on that song and get your comments on it, my man. The first line he said that caught my attention was him saying that niggas trying to starve my kids and give my money to his firstborn. Speak on that, my man, because that's one of the first things he said in that song that stood out to me.
Same thing the Lock said. and so many other and lesser words, because the Lock said, I seen my publishing in his first son name, in Justin's name. So I guess he using Justin's name to, you know, to hide that other money. You know what I mean? And all the people that he was, you know, buying their publishing and taking their publishing and everything like that, he was putting it in his firstborn names, Justin's. That's all I was saying. That was self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? And you got to look at Mase in this way, man, that damn, brother, did you know that Bad Boy franchise? Now, I'm talking about with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. They used that song in every movie. That was the pinnacle song of Bad Boy 1, 2, you know, Bad Boy Renewed, Bad Boy Reloaded. And can you imagine Mase didn't get a dime for that shit? Because he don't own the publishing? That's crazy. And that was his song. Or maybe he did. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But if Puff owned his publishing, damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. But another line that he said in that song, and you actually made a video on your channel a few days ago breaking this down and explaining exactly what he meant. Mase, he said that he was hunted by the voice of St. James. Elaborate on that, my man, because he was talking about Biggie when he said that, right?
Mase knew that those cats and people was trying to get at Big. He had to know because he went to the game. And when he came back to that basketball game in California, the week of the Soul Train, when you see that picture when he was with those dog pound guys in the whole 9 yards, he knew they wanted Big and Puff. And he told Puff. And Puff probably told him not to say nothing to Big because that would have probably spooked Big a little more so Big didn't go out that weekend. You understand? Because I'm sure if Mase would have been like, yo, Big, yo, them niggas talking about they want to get you, they want to, the people, the fans, all the people in the gym, those dudes up there, Big, they want you, bruh. If Mase would have told Big that shit, I can't imagine Big not getting on that plane saying, man, shit, I'm going to London or somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? So if he's haunted by the voice of St. James or the ghost of St. James or however you want to put it, it's because he didn't do his due diligence as a label mate, as an artist, to get at Big to tell him, nigga, do what I did. You see, Mase didn't go, right? Mase ain't go, Mase Bethel didn't go to the party. But he was in the room with Brandy. Okay.
Diddy allegedly wanted $20 million, telling Mase he needed to match what a European buyer had supposedly offered.
But that's what that means, man. You know, he's looking back and saying to himself, yo, I should have did my due diligence. I should have probably spoke to Big about this shit, man, and try to convince him not to go to the party too. Because whether he was with Brandy or whoever he was with, Mase wasn't coming to that party.
So Mase was told the day before the incident at the celebrity basketball game that someone was coming for Puffy and Biggie. And another line that Mase said that caught my attention, man, was him saying that if niggas never found the killer, why is niggas living there? How do you feel about him saying that? Because it sounds like he's referring to Biggie getting killed in LA, and Puffy, he's currently living in LA right now, and why does he feel so comfortable living somewhere that Biggie got killed at, knowing that they never found the killer and the murder is still unsolved?
Well, on all honestly, brother, you would have to ask him that. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm looking at it like that, then I know, you know, those mansions are heavily guarded, one. Two, he wasn't getting the love that he would get. I don't think he's getting love in LA. I don't know. He said he owns LA, he runs LA, he runs Miami, and he runs New York. So by him running LA, as he say he does, I would feel comfortable too. You know what I'm saying? If I knew for a fact that the person they got, and that was enough to call back all of everything, I would feel that comfortable too. But I wouldn't live there. I wouldn't go there. I'd do business and get on out of there. If I was still afraid. I don't think he may have not ever been afraid. You understand? Because he never acted like he was afraid for whatever reason it was. I can't pinpoint it myself, man. The kid had me running around California like it was a joke, and I knew better than that. So by Mase saying that, I guess Mase was like probably putting the finger on Puff a little bit. Yo, dude, you know why you living out there now, because you know big murders was enough to make everything be smooth. Whatever that everything is.
Do you think Puffy know who is responsible for Biggie death? Do you think he got some inside info on who killed Biggie? Because the murder is still unsolved, so that is wild for him to be living in LA knowing that Biggie got killed in LA, knowing that the murder is still unsolved. That's crazy, man, when you think about it.
Well, if he's listening to the FBI, he knows what happened to Big's killer. He knows what happened to the people who was behind that. If he's listening to the FBI. If he's listening to the streets and everything like that, still in all, they wanted him just as much they wanted Big. If so much they wanted Big. We knew that Big was having flack from the dog pound cats and maybe a few dudes at death row, or maybe not. Puff was having flack from the dog pound, I guess, and he was trying to straighten that out. That's probably the reason why him and Snoop went to that thing with the Steve Harvey show. But anyway, I think Puff was just trying to air some stuff out. So he knew Big was leaving his label. He knew Big was starting his own label, having his own thing. So he was trying to straighten out as much as possible so that none of that shit that was happening with the Junior Mafia would go over to Bad Boy and their artists when they start their new thing.
You just look at it, bro. The whole list of them, all them brothers, all these moms, niggas, fruity, man. All them niggas was fruity the whole time. They knew it. When I hear certain rumors about certain niggas, I'm like, yeah, you can see it. For sure.
So when you hear the gay rumors about Diddy, you're not surprised?
I always tell people this. I've been telling people this. Don't forget the gangster. He got a lot of licious in him now. He gangster-licious. But don't forget the gangster part. The bitch still a gangster now. You hear me? Regardless about whatever definition you want to describe a gangster as,
The situation between Freddie P and Diddy has been tense and emotional, with Freddie P, formerly of Dog Band, accusing Diddy of completely ruining his career and mental health. Freddie P didn't hold back when he aired his grievances, painting Diddy as the villain who snatched away the dreams of young artists who trusted him to guide their careers.
Whether it be a mob boss, a shot call, or whatever, the bitch get it done and he'll get it done. That's evidence that he'll get it done. And the bitch are fed. You get what I'm saying? So he not, when you see niggas conducting themselves like that and caring about like that because they not worried about doing no time. It's a federal agent. He know he been an agent. He know that. That man working, man. That man not worried about going to jail. That man just got a hand shit over. He got a handler, man. That man, if anybody who can't see that Puffy is a fucking agent, the man been dodging jail. And he's a scary nigga that can't take jail. He showed you that by sacrificing niggas up on him. That's like a nigga saying, no, I can't go. He got it give him claustrophobic. So imagine what he'll do to stay the fuck up out of there. Yeah, he gonna sit in the DA office. Plus he trying to prove to these people that he's a civilized, he's a productive citizen now. He's not no thug. People gotta understand what he went through at that time. What he went through at that time, you know, he had a different perception when shooting guns in the club, and he almost lost a lot. Nobody want to fuck with him. Nobody want to touch him. I look at Mase, everybody, it don't matter who it is, he ain't make more money with them than he made with the band brand. And Mase, I love Mase to death. That's a cool nigga. That nigga called me when I was fucked up. That nigga gave me a call that inspired me, bro, when I was really down. Mase the only nigga called me. Diddy feel like he's above the world, but God just reminded him who really runs shit. See, the devil, what Diddy was thinking all these years was, oh man, I'm this and that. That's what the devil do. He parades you around. You don't know he there until he actually deserts you. See, the whole time you thinking you got the power. You thinking you did this. Ooh, I can't be stopped. Watch all the videos. You thinking you the whole time. It's your God. He parading you around. Because when I get ready to drop you, I'm finna parade you in front of the same crowd that I'm finna make you look bad for. You look good for 40 years. I hope you enjoyed those good days. However, the 20 years, whatever it been. I paraded you around for 20 years just to drop you from 25 feet. That's basically what the devil did to him. He left him deserted. He used him and abused him. Built his track record. Built the nasty. Made him feel untouchable. I got you. You good. Nobody could bother you. His power kept growing. Ego kept growing. Kept building luggage. Kept building luggage. Kept building luggage. And guess what the devil do? I'm through with you. There's nothing you can do for me no more. I'm gone. I'm on to the next. Now you in front of your people, they calling you no Diddy. Your son's like, I'm talking about after you die, your son's still finna feel this. Your grandkids gonna feel this. You gonna be having fucking stories told about you as if you're the boogeyman, because you were. You robbed people, bro. Like you got no talent. You robbed people, bro. Like I don't care what nobody. Oh, Diddy picked the best thing Diddy ever did. I can't lie to you. He made me work harder. That was not more than what a drill sergeant would do. You just, write more. Write 3 verses to it. You didn't write it for me. You just turned me into an animal. You get credit for making me channel to another level. Then yeah, I gave you that. But it was in me already. You just showed me how to channel it. Now you talk about, we talk about actual greatness. Like, what are you doing? Like, what did you write? Like, what did you bring besides finding the talent? Anybody could have done your job, is all I'm saying. You were replaceable. Anybody could have done what you done. Anybody with morals. Hip hop would be in a different state if it was anybody. If it was Ice Cube handed those keys, it would be a different state right now. It wouldn't have been no shiny. He introduced the homophobia to our game. We wasn't like, we was hardcore. He got paid to do that. The agenda started with him. Everything you see going on right now was Puffy, from the flamey suits, the colorful outfit, because he knew what Clive was doing to him. He was trying to make it acceptable. So, man, I'm pretty sure I done heard stories about them all. Mary J. all of them got real rough stories about this man, like, and they can never tell, like, you know what I'm saying? That I know, because I done been in the circles. I've been there, I know. You can't hide it from me. I'm a gangster. I can't, I never sit on the stand and tell no judge nothing about you, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I know, like, you's a whole bitch. Like, he's an evil motherfucker, but he only do it because he got the money. And I tell people, if Puffy had to live like me, he'd be dead by now. You get what I'm saying? If Puffy came from my environment, off my block, and things wasn't handed to him, he'll be dead by now. That's how I look at him. You's a cold pussy, you know that, right? You could, if me and the roles were reversed, I'll be a god, and you be fucking dead by now.
Freddie P was one of the standout stars of Da Band, a group created by Diddy on the early 2000s MTV show Making the Band. The show was known for its drama and chaotic moments, many of which came directly from Diddy's unforgiving and controlling management style. But Freddie's story goes deeper than just the antics of reality TV. Years later, Freddie P revealed that being under Diddy's thumb not only affected his music career, but his entire life trajectory.
So that's why I feel like I'm 100% more man than you, because I survived in worse conditions than you. I didn't have anything handed to me. You can't even fucking do fucking 3 months in jail, bro. You'll lose your fucking mind, bro. He can't survive in no fucking jail, bro. Niggas is, niggas talk about he'll be a boss, he'll be this. They gonna isolate that nigga. Ain't no boss. He gonna be cutting a check like he doing now. Cutting a check for safety. The moment he feel like he's the man and he can't, niggas is gonna go right up in him, 3 fingers at.
Man, before we get into that, my man, take me through that weekend and everything leading up to that incident, because you know, Biggie, he got killed on a Sunday after he left the vibe party. But, you know, I want you to paint the picture for us, man, and just take us through everything that happened that weekend, because that Saturday, the day prior to Biggie getting killed, y'all actually went to a basketball game. I think Snoop, Dogg Pound, and Mase attended that game. So, yeah, man, just paint the picture for us, man. Just tell us everything that happened leading up to that Sunday night when Biggie got killed, man.
Well, I can tell you what I know about it. I know it was some radio station doing some kind of celebrity basketball game or whatever, charity, whatever the situation was. And I know Stevie J and Mase had went. I know Big and them didn't go, Puff didn't go. So we was in front of, I think it was the hotel right across from the House of Blues. And the name may have been the Millennium or Malaya. The name escapes me, but everything in the hotel is white. You know, when you go in your room, everything is white. The hotel is, they have parties on the roof and all that shit like that. So Stevie J and one of Stevie J friends and Mase come up in a white drop top Benz, right? And I says to Mase, I said, man, you supposed to be from Harlem. I said, you driving around here in a drop top Benz, don't you know these motherfuckers will bust you down your butt? They'll blow your head down to the white meat. Oh man, Stevie J said his man is real out here and everything like that. I said, I ain't got shit to do with what he real. Nigga, you a trophy for some of these cats. No, I'm good, Gene, I'm good. I said, you good? He said, yeah, man, I went to this game and everything like that. He started telling me the story, how they just wanted Big and Puff. The crowd was against them. The niggas that he was around there, they just wanted Big and Puff. I was like, yeah? I said, did you tell Big and them? Did you tell Puff and them? You know, so I know him and Puff had a conversation about the game and everything, what happened and all like that. But I don't know if him and Big had the conversation. Cause Mase knew that Big was leaving. And Mase knew that Big didn't like him. Cause every time Mase be around, you know, it's funny that Big would say little slick shit out of his mouth like, this nigga went from murder Mase to just Mase. He was murder Mase, and now he's just Mase. You understand? So that shit was funny right there to me. And he used to always just go at this kid, you know what I'm saying? But he was like that with a lot of Puff artists. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't from Brooklyn and you represent Junior Mafia, he was a little funny with you. You know what I mean? So Mase, whether he told Big or not, He didn't come to that party, and he wasn't going to that party. And still today, Mase will tell you that the reason he didn't go to the party is because I was in the room with Brandy. But when he had a conversation with me that same night when Big got killed, he calls me and say, yo, Gene, Brandy was calling me, telling me to come out the room so we could go to the party. So if she was in your room, why was she calling you, telling you, come, let's go to the party? See, people forget what they say and how they say it. So now, a day or two go by. You know, we go to the movies. Puff is chilling with Sally Richardson, another one of Pac's girls, allegedly. So he leaves to go to Andre Harrell's house. He said, Gene, I got the day off. I said, cool. So I'm thinking I got the day off, that we ain't going to the party, but it's the day off. You know what I'm saying? Because he was chilling with Kim. So he had to, earlier that day, he told me to go get Kim stuff from Gucci. So I went over to Gucci.
One of Deal's biggest bombshells involves his version of events on the night that Biggie was murdered in Los Angeles. According to Gene Deal, Diddy was warned about the dangers that awaited them in LA, but allegedly chose to ignore these warnings, which Deal claims could have potentially saved Biggie's life. This alone has fueled speculation that Diddy may have played a part, whether intentionally or through negligence, in Biggie's untimely death. Deal also suggested that Diddy knew more than he let on about the East Coast versus West Coast beef that was boiling over at the time.
And got Kim, whatever she had ordered or whatever like that, brought it to him or whatever. So now, I'm chilling at the hotel. I'm chilling at the Beverly Hills Hotel and everything, just chilling. I get a phone call, say, yo, we going to the party. I say, we going to the party? Yeah, we going to the party. So then limousine picked me up. I come in the house. So I come through the front. I don't come through the back. I come through the front, Paul right there. I say, Paul, I gotta talk to Puff. He said, what's up? I said, them niggas are coming to kill us tonight. You understand? Now, I done had a conversation with D-Rock. You understand? I had a conversation with Kirk Burrows, head of security. I had a conversation with Paul. You understand? About this. He said, so you gonna tell Puff? I said, yeah, I'm gonna tell Puff. So Puff come, I call Puff. He said, yeah, Gene. He's at the top of the steps. And I said, yo, Puff, I got some intel. Hey, what? I said, yo, some dudes gonna come and kill us tonight. They come to this party, they come and get us tonight. He says to me, Gene, I don't wanna hear that shit. If you don't wanna go, you ain't gotta go. Now, as far as I know, it's only 3 guns in the room. There's only 3 guns in the room. And all 3 of them are owned by me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Paul don't have one, D-Rock don't have one. None of those 11, 12 guys that was with us don't have no guns. So, when he says that to me, I'm feeling like shit. I go in the next room, it's a bunch of cats in there. There's Southside Crip named D-Mac, some few other guys, Chuck Bone, some of the people from the street team. Say about 6 or 7 guys all together. And it's this long wooden table and a telephone. So I calls the block, right? When I call the block, Sean picks up the phone. Sean picked up the phone. I said, yo, Slick there? And he said, yeah, he in the game room. I guess I could hear one of my friends named Shay. And she said, Sean, who that on the phone? Who that phone for? He said, it's Gene for Slick. So she came to the phone, right? And so I started talking to her. This is before Big got killed. So then next you know, Slick came to the phone, my man. So it's my god brother. I'm like this, yo, I got some information, bro, you know. Not only shit Unique told me, he called from the Fed joint. You know, Chaz told me that it's gonna go down, some shit gonna go down tonight, bro. It's gonna be some, you know, maybe it ain't gonna be no, what he said? He said, it ain't gonna be no industry niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. This ain't gonna be no industry shit. There's some shit gonna go down like that. So then I talked to my man who was with Jodeci, and Jodeci wasn't coming to the party. You understand? And he said, man, y'all shouldn't go to the party either. He wouldn't elaborate or get into it, but you could tell from a conversation that wasn't a bad thing. That wasn't a good thing for us to do. So now, something just came over me, and I just started beating the table after I hung up the phone. And D-Max said, what's wrong with you? I said, man, these niggas come to kill it. Y'all niggas laughing and joking like it's a fucking joke or something like that. Y'all playing like it's a joke. These niggas gonna finna come at us today. He talking about, we lock and load together. We lock and load together. I said, I don't see none of you niggas locking. I don't see none of you niggas loading nothing. Got up from the table, walked outside. Guess who outside? The Notorious Big, D-Rock, Lil C's. So this is the first time I seen Lil C's all week. Other than the day when Big was leaving the hotel, after they got, you know, put out the hotel for the fights and shit like that, it's the first time I seen those C's. So I said, yo, Big, some niggas gonna try to come kill us tonight, bro. Lil C say out his mouth, go head on with that old cop shit, Gene. You think you know everything. And I told that little nigga, I said, nigga, I know one thing. You need to get you a GED where they don't cheat you out your money like they did your man right here. You know what I'm saying? Talking to Big. That's when Big said to himself, Big said to me, yo, Gene, go ahead with that bullshit before I have Tone and D-Rock hold you while Lil C's get his shit off. And I said, all that shit sound good, it may make you feel good, but it won't be healthy. And next you know, Puff was coming out the door, said, come on, let's go. And that's when we went to the Vibe party. You know what I'm saying? Got to the Vibe party. I went up to the door before they got out the truck, and I grabbed Chris Lattimore, and I said, Chris, everybody's down there. Stuff like that. He said, yeah, tell them to go through. So 23 of us went through the door, and he guided them up where their table was at. Now, I think they only had 12 bottles of champagne left when we got there. And Puff told them to bring them all the champagne that they had left. So, got a few bottles, started giving to the girls on the other table that you can't see from the pictures we in. So then Big told Lil C's to go try to find some smoke. You understand? So Puff went up to the DJ booth. I'm with Puff all the time. So then Puff comes back and he said, yo, Gene, stay next to Big, right? So when he said stay next to Big, I took my gun out and put it up under my shirt and kept my hand behind my back like that. And D-Rock came over to me, he said, yo, Gene, I ain't never seen you look like this, nigga. I said, this shit is serious, nigga, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. So now, Lil C's is bringing girls back, you know, and Big, they on the side, and they smoking with Big, you understand? Puff is bringing girls over talking about, yo, Gene, remember this, remember her, Gene. Just like, he had brought like 3, 4, maybe 5 girls out the whole time, just coming back to, yo, remember her. I was like, yo, and then Big at one time say, yo, how the fuck is Gene gonna remember all them girls? You understand? So I took a napkin, you know, off the table, put my gun up, took a napkin off the table, took my pen out, and I put, I'll remember on a white napkin, right? So when Puff came over and said, yo, Gene, remember her. You understand? I said, what's your name, Mom? Just like that. She told my name, and then Big looked around at me, and I just put the paper up in front of his face, and it said, I'll remember. And that nigga just, he had a smile on his face, man. I still remember that shit from the day. The smile he had on his face when I did that shit to him. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, we hear the fire department is shutting down the place. So they turned the music off and everything. The fire department is walking through. I said, let me go downstairs and move the trucks in front of the door where we came in. So when Lucy said we was waiting on our trucks, no, you wasn't waiting outside, because when you got outside, those trucks was right there.
We'd love to hear what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe.